Hello there, chat. Hello, everyone. We're back with more of the same. More of the exact same. More. More of the exact same. So, anyone have any music recommendations? Because apparently I can't play DM Docker music without having to, like, directly go dual Materia Collective. Because they're a bunch of assholes. I do enjoy the music that's been given, you know, express permission to use it by the creator. Big company going, no you don't. Nuh-uh. And then, yeah, that's, I do enjoy it. Materia Collective is certainly a company. Try Birthday Kid by Millie? I'm not going to do Millie music. That is one I know I can't play. When you can't be streaming, I was about to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss in sleep schedule. Let's quickly chuck one of them. Fear and Hunger Tamina. Oh, okay. Fear and Hunger Tamina Preho. Music. Specifically. Yeah. I can't believe it's actually called that. Wait, no, it's not. Hold on, let me look this up. Fear and Hunger, Preho, music. Alone Preho, I assume? Entry of the Gladiators. Also very copyrighted. I haven't played Termina. I should play Termina. It's Lost Haven? Brilliant. Cheers. Lost Haven. Cheers. This shouldn't be copyrighted, surely. I can't imagine. Oh, this song? I know this song from old school RuneScape creators. What do you mean this is a Fear and Hunger song? Huh. That's unexpected. It's a Fear and Hunger song, yeah. Ta-da. I wasn't expecting that, frankly. Anyway, I'll wait for a few more people to get in, and then I can begin my rant against Materia Collective, because god, I hate them. Words cannot do justice the sheer hatred I have for Materia Collective. How old is Fear and Hunger? Fear and Hunger Termina this is 2 years ago. This is 2 years old. We are beating Binah's Realisation today? I sure hope so. I would like to finally be done. You're still doing this! Yep. Until it's done, it shall continue to be done. I believe we still haven't gone past phase 1, yes. We have still not gotten past phase 1. Fear and Hunger original. I can check how old the original Fear and Hunger is. The original Fear and Hunger came out 2018. December 11th. Uh-oh. Please tell me I'm not about to be hit by the one with the eye first. Okay, thank you. Because he was about to die to bleed, and I didn't really want that to go through. Okay, there we are. Ruina is new, right? Ruina came out, when did Ruina come out? 2020. Really? 2020? I wouldn't have predicted that, actually. I hate that stupid mechanic. The amount of runs I've lost to that stupid stared at mechanic. Place of Binah, smoke on screen. No! No, Panda, I will not be doing that. Anyway, yeah, I can't believe this is a Fear and Hunger song. Really wouldn't have predicted that. Let me... hold on. Up the music a little bit. I can't quite remember, does One Shot have any good music? Are we still in Binah? Yeah, we are still in Binah. Yeah, sadly. Fear and Hunger Terminus solo challenge. I should probably do... I mean, it's not really... there are no Fear and Hunger... well. Hold on. Steam messages. Somebody is asking about Project Moon stuff. Okay, chat, hold on. Important question. This is a... yeah. Which realization should we tell this random dev to put in their game? What realization do we like? Well, there's only one answer. There is only one correct answer. There is only one I can give. God, I hate Wedge. Well, actually, Wedge Office wasn't... no. The part of me saying Wedge Office isn't too bad is the part of me that's forgotten precisely how bad Wedge Office was. He killed me with mimicry for it. Damn. Okay. Do you think Binah is worse than Wedge? Not so far. Wedge still retains the crown, but then again, I haven't gotten past it yet, so... Still on Binah, yes. Mimicry the sword, yeah, and nothing more. If I hear any more talk about what mimicry is other than a sword, I'm killing you all. Every last one of you, even you, the people who aren't saying sus things. Does that kill? Because they'll die regardless. Frankly, I've been burnt too many times not to just kill them. I'm done. I'm done with the bleed. I put the wrong thing there. Well, I guess we're taking extra damage now. Wait, that means we don't get to have our immortality. Oh. Okay. That's fine. It's most likely going to be the worst fight in the game. Well, that's good. That's very reassuring. Okay. We get one stared at, but they're not going to die. They're the highest health. So yeah. Is Mimicry the new Myungus now? No. Well, we can't even use Mimicry, so no, it can't be. You must hypnotize like Bidbird has. You want us in chat, the chat window wasn't loading, but you did just befriend the developer of Nocti. Cool. Very cool. Anyway, so when's Wedge Office getting in? Acting as if Distortion Ensemble isn't... From what I've heard, Distortion Ensemble isn't actually going to be worse. Heater Realization apparently is going to be worse, but... Okay. Nice in the back streets. Ferriscard against you instantly gets me staggered, which means I want you. And frankly, you, just to ensure they'll die. They're already working on Wedge. Good to know. Thank you, Dash. Is all the key to realization genuinely doable without min-max? It is doable without min-max, but it's hellish, so I believe we will just be using min-max. But... like, statistically, possible. Actually, not so. Also, why did I... What did I do that for? I didn't need to do that. I used... What am I doing? Why did I do that? I had no reason to do that. Like... Huh? Only phase 2? No, the entire thing's been solid. According to, Mr. Boomy, who I trust. Despite the, prior comments I made in the previous stream about his, deck building abilities, I do trust him with this challenge, considering he's the best I've seen so far at it. I'm fairly certain every phase has been beaten with min-max now. This run, trust me? I hope so. Okay, we win that. Let's switch over to... I mean... okay, 11th hour. We need to find some other music other than DM Docro stuff, so Materia Collective can't strike me continually. Great. Yeah, you're talking about legit. Okay, yeah. That's fair, that's fair. I'm being attacked by 2 things, which means I should really just get damage in against them. It's Ultra Cool OST copyrighted. No, it isn't. Have I played Void Stranger? I just know the OST. Well, yeah, no, I just know the OST. I have not. Actually, hold on. Let me check Void Stranger. Yeah, I just know the OST. I haven't actually played. It looks interesting though. Time to go watch the last stream and see what you said about me. Don't worry about it. I can sum it up right here. It was you son of a bitch, why didn't you tell me the build didn't work? Why'd you do this to me? How could you do this? I thought we were done. Why aren't we just so yeah, anyway. After I got over it and realized actually the build was better than any other build on the market and you had given me a good build, I calmed down a bit. I was just really not in a good space. Really not in a good space, honestly. I thought, oh, we killed the birds and we'll be done. And then we killed the birds and we weren't done. And that screwed with me. How many hours has the challenge given me on Library of Ruina? I started at about 40, I think. 40 to 50 before doing this challenge. So, yeah. You know, a casual 150 or so. Do P2 this stream. I don't think I even have enough time for that. We're giving librarians you can't use the pages in the HP. Nope. Passive attribution is not allowed under the rules. Sadly. It would make things a hell of a lot easier. Just having notebooking everything in it. Well, that's not a problem considering. I recently had a game that had me notebooking things, aka blueprints. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. These probably look like the ramblings of a madman. They probably still look like the ramblings of a madman, but if you know what blueprints is, I'm sure these are slightly more reasonable. Like music, bold, first words on the sheets are true. Oh, okay, that's actually a spoiler. But, more like chapel, farmer chef, farmer sweet maid, horse knight. Like, that's gonna be nonsensical unless you know what blueprints is. Or, oh, here's my archive notes. What else do I have? Oh, I also have, this, from the, gallery puzzle. Because I decided that doing the gallery puzzle was BS, and that I didn't actually want to do that. So, base mod for workshop. What mods am I using? Maxmin that I don't use unless we've beaten a phase. We have not beaten the phase. No grind. Always angry mod. Stuff like that. Is there something you're not telling us about hating archived? What would I not be telling you about hating archived? I just hate archived. There's really nothing more to the story, it's just the hatred of it. Archive calls out to you like the Green Goblin mask. No, there's not even a remote want to play it. Okay, I need something more epic. What is some epic music that's not copyrighted? Okay, chat. Here we are. Tunic, Void Stranger, and Vivid Stacy are 3 notebook games. I've been meaning to play Tunic. I was going to watch Scurry play it, and then I saw it was, like, a review said if you watch a video on it, it'll be ruined forever. And I was like, okay, never mind. Looks like I will be playing this game sometime in the next 10 years. Let's try and kill there. What was Archived even referred to? Archived is a video game. That is being generous. Archived is a Roblox... well, it's a Roblox attempt at a Project Moon RPG. It's dog. It's absolute dog. It's not worth playing. Don't play it. We're still on this. Funds, I don't think we're getting off of this for the next 10 years. I'm gonna be old and graying by the time we're done with this fight. I'm gonna kill that. That's not optimal, but... I mean, it might be. Who knows? Actually, let's clash with this, to be honest. Even the tutorial is bugged as shit. Yeah, no, it's not good. It's not good. Sorry, hold on. I just realized I asked some music recommendations and then I didn't. Leshy theme from Cult of the Lamb? Sure. Leshy theme Cult of the Lamb. There we go. Wow. I was not expecting that. I look at it. By the way, chat, I look at this. I look down. Oh, so wow, easy speasy. I look down. It calls to me, chat. It calls to me. Anyway. Is Feisal officially longer than Wedge Office? Not yet. No, we still have a little bit to go before we reach longer than Wedge Office status. Yeah. Acting like you're not already old and graying. Okay, Panda. Okay. How many hours did Wedge Office take? Like, what? From memory, it was around 18. It was a long time. Learn someone made PM lo-fi beats to study and relax to. And okay, you know what would make that funny? The only way I can see that being like really funny for me is if they put a second warning in somewhere. Just like middle of the track, no warning. Like no prior indication that they were going to, second warning. That is objectively the funniest thing they could do with that. Finally got a stream. Well, welcome, Mitsu. I hope you enjoy. We're doing the same thing over and over again. Black Knife isn't copyrighted, I just have to hope Materia Collective doesn't get wind that I'm daring to play their music. Also, we are dead there, I believe. Because we can't actually get ourselves staggered without just, like, dying. Because we can do... We don't have enough for that. I can do that, but, like, I don't have enough to actually kill everyone, which is something I kind of have to do. Unless I do this and then hope they hit me. Hold on, let's try this. I've done doing math homework, yeah. You've got a lot of time to do your math homework, yeah. We're gonna be here for a while. Who/what is the Night of Despair? Night of Despair is a specific abnormality. It's an abnormality, yeah. That about sums it up, really. They're quite cool. Dies in memories of Big Bird and Queen, now throwing hands, yeah. Archived has so many problems they can fix by deleting the game. Yep. Night of Despair is an allegory for how, well, needlessly, or no, she's an allegory for how attaching yourself to the idea of someone and thinking that they need protection above all else is self-destructive and, like, you know, bad for your health. Or you could call her Evil Blue Woman. That works too. What if she was red? She could probably move at infinite speed then. Then we need to be worried. Okay. Why are we being attacked by everyone, by the way? What did I do? They are now out for my blood. Okay. And I don't actually have enough to really fight back. Okay. My mic is yes-odding out. Really? Is it? I've done literally nothing to it since the previous streams. There is no reason why my mic should be going weird. It is the exact same mic it always has been. How's it going? It's going good. I had a hell of a day today, because I was competing in a linguistics competition. Just, you know, why not? As nerds tend to. And then it was really, so, okay, let me, so, hold on, I'm gonna switch over to Big Shot, because I like Big Shot, and also I can turn it down a bit. One moment. The world revolving would be pretty good to have too. I'm terrified of chapter 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 seem to be pretty fun. Anyway, so yeah, it was basically it was an individual team competition, if that makes like any sense whatsoever. And what the effective idea was, is you would... Also, can we only attack this guy? How do I actually get... Oh, I'm assuming we just take a ton of stagger damage here. But yeah, the idea was it was a team individual sort of thing. And now, as part of that, you had like 3 hours, right? Okay, 3 hours to solve, and this is the terrifying part, 5 questions. Now, if you know anything about any sort of competition, it's that the more time you get given, if you have more time and fewer questions, you need to start being very afraid. So yeah, the first question, perfect. Loved the first question. First question was great, right up my alley, because it was all effectively, it was like sentences and symbols, right? And then the symbols were actually pictures that would that you could then translate into things, which was quite good. It was a good question, pretty solid, solved it pretty quickly. Second, can't quite remember. Third was then, it gave you a list of like words and modifying phrases to them. And then you had to find out what the modifying phrases meant and what the root words meant to then use that to like actually, you know, solve the puzzle. Also, my hair is once again weird in my headphone. Which is quite fun. Then the fourth and the fifth hit. These questions were not fun. They were not fun. What you effectively had to do for them was read through these sentences of, like, you know, utter gobbledygook that have been translated, find, you know, random things, and then, yeah. That was not fun. And then, it got worse. Somehow. Going from a language that I could not speak in the slightest, because the entire point of linguistics is you can't speak it, but, like, it was really hard to put together. And then you look at it, and then the fifth one was Braille. But not just Braille, it was Cantonese Braille. What? What? I don't know how to do that. I can't even remotely speak Cantonese. You want me to try and figure out how Cantonese Braille works? Like, yeah, okay, cool. You're having a bit of a laugh there. So yeah, it was safe to say I couldn't even remotely progress through that. I did not understand in the slightest what was going on. So yeah. That was that. That was the thing. So that took 3 hours. Genuinely, by like the 3rd hour, I was cooked. I was so cooked. Like, yeah, no, my mental state at the end of that was just destroyed. And then, yeah. Then I realized it finished later than I thought it would, right? And I thought it was going to finish like at a reasonable time. I could then get out of it, and I could, you know, make my train, and everything would be fine. It finished like 15 minutes late, which meant I had to sprint to get my train. Now, the train station I get is usually like, you know, the train station, pause there. The train station is usually like 15, 20 minutes away, right? I had to get to the train station in 10, so I sprinted. I utterly sprinted. It genuinely, like, I was destroyed by the end of it. In the end, I got there in 8 minutes, which, yeah, no, that was fun. Also, we're dead here, by the way. Yeah, so that was a fun afternoon. Very fun afternoon. Okay, hold on. Apparently I sound bad. Okay, one moment, chat. You're gonna hear a little bit of feedback. I need to, like, actually listen to the stream. Hours to solve, and this is the terrifying part, 5 questions. Now, if you know anything about any... Yeah, no, I sound fine. One moment, chat. You're gonna hear a little bit of feedback. I need to, like, That's enough feedback. Yeah, no, I sound fine. I sound perfectly fine. I don't know what's wrong with your end, Silvo, but it's not me. Yeah, you were lying, Lamau. Did you find it weird? Okay, I need to talk about that, actually, because to begin with, when I started out, yeah, I found it really weird to hear my own voice. But now, after spending, like, probably at least 100 hours hearing my own voice whilst editing, I have gotten used to it at this point. I no longer feel that weird about hearing my own voice, to be honest. I used to a lot, but now I don't. Now it's just sort of like a natural thing. Still stuck on bird, I see? Indeed we are. Indeed we are. So, nothing else sounds like this, so I doubt it's me. Silvo, it's not my end. It sounds perfectly fine for me. I literally just listened to the stream. It has to be your end. Are you sure it's not your Wi-Fi? Is your Wi-Fi crunchy at the moment? Is that why? As in, literally, yeah, Silvo, if you're smelling bread, you need to make your way to the hospital immediately. They have clinics for that sort of thing. You'll be alright, Silvo. You just need to make sure you get there quickly. Before purchasing a few hours, how's everyone feeling about it? I'm not even sure if I'm going to pull for the IDs this time, to be honest. Got no YouTube or anything, but you used to do voice training. After a while listening to your voice, you start thinking out of hearing your voice. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is for anyone, I think. You don't need to be a YouTuber to, like, get used to the sound of your own voice. I am, at the end of the day, still human. Well, people may debate that looking at this challenge, but I believe I'm still human. Maybe slightly insane, but, you know. Were they expecting you to figure out Cantonese on the fly? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe? I think you were supposed to figure out the logic of how it could work with Cantonese, and you were supposed to divide the because you were given pinyin. So I'm assuming you were supposed to divide the pinyin up into words, and then figure out how the things could I don't know. You finally beat Red Mist. Congrats! Congrats for beating Red Mist. Did you even make it once past phase 1? Nope. I have not made it past phase 1 once. Yeah, we have still been stuck here for this entire time, and we have not made it past. Let's attack them too. Staggered. A lot of damage. Your vulgarities in several languages just default to something whenever a similar situation comes up. That's brilliant. Yeah, with the World Purchase ideas, in my opinion, the best part about World Purchase is the event. I think it is the best event that the game has, because it's the only event that, like, actually gives you a reason to, you know, do things creatively. So the fact that we no longer have any reason to do anything creatively makes me just not want to engage with World Purchase as a whole. Yeah. Your new Gentle Limbus, what ID should I show? Queen of, no, not Queen. Knight of Despair Rhodia is basically the best ID from World Purchase. She is insane. All you do is you click her defensive skill twice and you basically win. Otherwise, Regret Maso is a really good ego to grab. Regret Maso is incredible. And then what else? What else do you want as a new player? I'm trying to think. Chat, anything else come to mind? Okay. Full stop IDs. Yeah, the full stop IDs are pretty good. If you want to run Bleed... Oh, not Bleed. Yeah, if you want to run Bleed, I recommend picking up Sanguine Desire. And then, if you want to run Burn, I recommend... Magic Bullet Otis. Magic Bullet Otis is basically the reason why Burn works. Yeah. Yeah, Burn, Magic Bullets Otis is top of your list, in Ego and ID. From there, it gets a bit nebulous. You can pick up Dawn Claire. That's Philip Sinclair. The only reason I would recommend not picking him up is because nowadays we're beginning to see people power scale. Like, the Heishuas are really good for Burn. Surprisingly. The Heishuas are basically just meta on every status team. Like, you look at Tremor, it's Lord Hong Lu. You look at Burn, there's Lord Hong Lu. You look at Rupture, Lord Hong... Well, of course he's there. It's his team. The only place I think he isn't at the moment is Sinking, and that's because there's no Sinking mouse. Stop now, keeps your audio fine. Oh, that's good. That is good to have. Talking about meta whilst I talk about meta because when people ask me for things, but if you want to know what I think is the most fun, pick up Wingbeat. Wingbeat Ishmael is gambling to the highest degree, and I love it so much. Nothing can beat the feeling of getting a good Wingbeat streak. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend if you want something funny. Let's go for that on you. Knight in the back streets on you. And then Ferris Guard on you. Okay, one kill. You've got to be kidding me. That screws everything up. Because now they don't die. Which means now I can't win this clash. Also, if they hadn't have won that clash there, we would have had another chance on. What status scene do I think is the most enjoyable to play? If you want to pay attention to the game, I like Rupture. I think Rupture is quite cool for damage numbers. If you don't want to pay attention to the game, run Blood Fiends. Blood Fiends are a press win rate and go team. That's incredible. I love them. Because you basically just don't have to pay attention to anything going on at the field at any moment. They just won't die, really. So you're being a big shot, indeed. We are. Tremor's also really fun, in your opinion. I've never really built Tremor, so I can't really judge it. Fiends more like crack fiends. Is this taking longer than Chased's Realisation? Oh, absolutely. This will take longer than Chased's Realisation. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. I do find it funny, though, at the moment, the most... Okay. I know I say I don't like meta, and then I spend a lot of time talking about meta, but that's just because I know a lot about the meta, because there's somebody on the server who talks a lot about it. I find it funny that currently the meta for Tremor is Burn. The meta Tremor team is Moused plus a Burn team. Really. That's all it is. It's great. You like Poison so it doesn't just trivialize the game? That's fair. That's a fair reason to like something. I personally don't enjoy Limbus, so one of my favorite team is the one that I don't have to pay attention to whilst it kills everyone. Also, wow. You've got to be kidding me. Upkeep the cat with just Everlasting, it's a strong ego. Yeah, and then Everlasting also deals a ton of damage to boot, which is really nice. Let's kill them. And then we take the damage from this. First Binah Realisation, the game crashed in the final phase. Oh, that sounds rough. That really sounds rough. Your Backwise Big Shot playing? I like it. Yeah, You like limbs, but you hate mirror dungeons. Mirror dungeons were fine when you could kill them quickly with, like, Rupture and Burn. Also, we're dead here. Now they're more annoying. Because you actually have to play them. How do you expect Judgment Bird? Well, Solo Binah survives long enough as a meat shield that you can just keep redirecting Sin to her. Which is quite funny. What's your opinion about the story so far? I like the story. I don't think it's as good as Ruina, but I think it's decent. Other than the collab event. The collab event was terrible. Otherwise, I like the story. The way I judge the collab event is it really felt like the second coming of Kanto 1 and 2. That was how the collab felt for me. Just get one dialogue per 6 hours of hell, yeah. I mean, I did also want to make a video sometime about reworking mirror dungeons to be fun. I think it would be interesting to design, like, a theoretical... Making the roguelike... Well, roguelite. Although it's not really either. Making the randomized version that we have currently that isn't really randomized into an actual proper roguelike/light. Yeah, there is a play Limbus because someone told you there's a Zhao ID. You might have to wait a few more years for that one, but I'm sure there'll be one in the future. Right, let's... actually, you against you. You think the Color was really good, or at least enjoyable? I like the fights. I thought the character writing felt like they were writing for people who had just gotten out of the prologue. What am I hoping for in the next Project Moon game? I'm hoping for... Okay. I'm biased, but I would love an MMO. I would love an MMO. That is just because I love MMOs in general, but, like, an MMO would be brilliant. I would love it. I would lose all of my time to it and probably lose all of my money. How do you beat Love Court without egos? A lot of kiting. A lot of kiting. It basically turns into Don't Starve. But otherwise, there's a few techniques you can use, like, you can use Portrait to get damage off to another employee, which means you can then sit that other employee in the main office and use bullets to keep them alive. That's one of the major ways. And then there's a few more strategies you have to do, like you use, you kill Apocalypse Bird for your A-lefts rather than actually trying to kill A-left tier Abnos. They don't have enough money for that, they're still way too small. One moment. You've got to be kidding me. Did Limbus Company make last month? Just quickly putting this here. Okay, 2025 ranking for mobile only. So, they don't have the money for that. I hate to break it to you, but they do. They really do. They regularly make the top of the Gacha rankings list. Also, let's switch over to a slightly more fitting song. One moment. There we are. Like, Project Moon... So, you are right. Project Moon doesn't have very many people. That's got nothing to do with the money they make. They're just, like, KGH just refuses to hire more people. Anyway, that's World Revolving Time. But yeah, no, if Project Moon woke up one day and decided to actually become a proper games company, they have enough money for it. It's not a problem of funding. I've been Ruina with one Librarian. Would you beat Love Corp with one Nugget? I still have the Egoless challenge to do, but that is on the books, yeah. That is on the books. Honestly, next up, so I want to do, after this, I want to try some mods for Ruina, because apparently I've become John Ruina. And then after that, I'm going to go back to Egoless, and then I'll probably try the solo. I do want to try branching out too, so actually, if you're not on the Discord, I did mention I'm going to try playing Disco Elysium, because I think Disco Elysium will be really fun to play, and also I think there's a lot of overlap there between Disco Elysium fans and Project Moon fans. But yeah, so that is also on the books, playing Disco Elysium, in case you want to play, watch me struggle to detective. Yeah, because I would like to branch out, despite the fact that I am a Project Moon YouTuber, but I don't want to always be a Project Moon YouTuber. I would like to someday be able to maybe do some other games. Both Disco Elysium and PM fans are depressed, yes. Struggled with Detective Dude you wrote, James. That is a reference not many people here are going to get. You ever heard of Psychopomp? I have heard of Psychopomp. I have not played it myself, but I have seen other people play it. Like, as in, I've seen other people talk about Psychopomp, but I haven't played it myself. Or Autistic. I think, yeah, no, the entirety of this community definitely has some sort of neurodivergency. That just sort of comes as, like, price to entry, also we'll be able to die. Oh. Let's reload on O and one more thing. Even though it will not be that hard, it'll be tedious since you don't really need to keep up the pipe off meltdowns because even the whole facility escapes, you only have one employee. That's true. That's true. It has already been done before. I don't generally like doing challenges that have been already done before because I feel the interesting part of challenge runs is doing what people haven't seen before. But equally, if people want to see it, I'll do it. And also if it means that Fields of Mystria doesn't have to be recommended to more people, I would be happy to do it. Wanting sense. Nights in the back streets. Nights in the back streets. This on you just to make sure you're dead. No, this on you. And actually that'll stagger me, so I need to... This... no. Okay, I guess I don't really get the persistence off. That's fine, I kill with these. You've got to be kidding me. I didn't kill once again. I probably should have done something differently to what I did there then, but you know. I should have... yeah. Oh well. I should have used the guard against them, and then I should have then used a different shield against them, and that would have been the smarter move, but, you know. I've played Look Outside. I've seen Look Outside, but I haven't played it myself. Modded LobCorp Permadeath Run. That sounds like a great way to go insane. Well, as if I'm not already. Deltarune music's great. It's just a shame I can't play it without rolling the gauntlet of Materia Collective strikes. Have we found the strat? Yeah, we know the strat. We just need to get lucky now, really. I mean, that is really story of the challenge, isn't it? We've got the strategy, we now just need to get lucky. Pink Valley. I haven't actually heard of Pink Valley before. So what would you consider as the point where you use min-max? After we've beaten the stage. I don't use it beforehand. Unless it is actually physically impossible to do otherwise. So we will be using it for the key to realization because as far as I've been told, it is not possible. As in, like, statistically, not possible to do. I think value is basically a Doom mod. Oh, interesting. Is it Keita or Keitha? I think it's both. I'm fairly certain they're just alternate spellings of the same thing. It's Keita and Keitha. It's a myhouse.word-esque mod. Oh, interesting. That's cool. It's Keita. Keita, the receptions here. Oh. Hold on. Cooking? Let's just... I would like to make sure with extra prejudice that that guy in particular is dead. You recently convinced a friend to try Rona. Another one for the cause. And we got unlucky. I love getting unlucky. It's my favorite thing to do in this game. Yeah, of course not. That was a good run, therefore it must end. Many such cases. What do you mean something was going our way? That can't happen. Like Dr. Shy Guy Pin and the old man. That is a different game entirely, Silver. If I have to start fighting SCPs, things are going wrong. Things are going very wrong indeed. Do you think this deck will work? Oh, I think this is the best deck that I know of. I don't know what I can change at this point to make it better. You also said Binah, but you heard people call the correct way Binah. I mean, we can check. How to pronounce Binah.
Binah.
Binah. Binah. Binah. Right. Okay then. I guess we were both wrong, chat. Was that the wrong thing to use there? Maybe. Maybe. Could I have used Laceration? I'm not sure. Binah is the English way to read it. I prefer Binah. Oh, you stopped the music, said Binah, and the music went on. Yeah. Please keep winning those. Thank you. Oh, stagger. Since Binah is Jewish, but Binah is very obviously the wrong way to pronounce it. Ah, okay, fair enough. And we're dead. You prefer Binah as Bineapple? I've always pronounced that Beanapple, and it's never made sense to me. We should probably switch music. Anybody got any recommendations? Christopher tried win rate. No, I have not tried win rate, actually. I'd pronounce bin, then. Bin. Bucko drink. I could do. Unleash the horrors. Let's go for Sancho's theme's not too bad. Let's do Black Knife, actually, considering we're on the theme. Considering we are on the theme. There we go. Waiting for that to start playing. Chesed is close to Chesed. Chesed? I don't know. I prefer Chesed. Plenty of people talk about Babel Abno fights when they're literally unchanged from base game. Yeah. Pronunciation of different words really is funny. Basically just kill this guy with extreme prejudice. I know we're not going to kill him, but we'll get him close. I'm so off tune. You know what, I'm curious. Why is stream viewership so variable? I don't understand it. Like, I've been doing this for a while now, right? And just sometimes streams just do better. And I don't understand why, but just sometimes they do. It's a strange and nebulous thing. I mean, it might have something to do with the fact that this isn't my usual stream time, but I'm not sure. Wow, that went well. Wow, that went really well. I would have loved that here. Some people might just want to see me progress, yeah. Okay, new stuff. Ah, that is true, actually. That is fair. People probably do drop in, and then also we're dead, by the way. How is not a... By the way, not a single attack. Not a single attack. Not a single attack. Not one. You ever think you'll play through Star City normally? Probably not. I mean, maybe in the future for other challenges, potentially, but not like a casual playthrough. I don't think I'd get anything out of it. I've already done the main thing I would do it for, and that's the story, so... After that, what's really the point? And you can catch stuff uni because you didn't get home until later. Well, that's good then. That is good. Copyright claim material music is a switcheroo. So true. This time your strat will work and you'll win. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. I mean, it could be that this is too late for most people to watch reasonably. Maybe people have, like, afternoon plans and stuff. I'm not sure. I don't pretend to know. It is bonfire night tonight in the UK. It is! I entirely forgot about that. I entirely forgot about the fact that it was bonfire night tonight. Whoops. I mean, I don't think I have anything planned, but like, yeah, that's funny. I did forget that. And that doesn't win, which is annoying, but okay. Wait. That means we're just dead, right? No, yeah, I think we are just dead here. Unless Binah dies somehow, and then we get, like, 1,000,000 attacks taken. We need every attack hitting us here, by the way, for us to survive this. Oh, we would have died anyway. Guessing you haven't beaten phase 1, right? Yep, that is true. We have still not beaten phase 1. Wonder if you could beat Library of Ruina with only the base deck. Okay, can you beat a deck build without deck building? I don't think the cards roll high enough in the end. It would be funny to see, but I don't think it would be possible. You think this is not possible? You're wrong. It is possible. There are at least 2 people that have done it. So it's only a matter of getting lucky. Yeah, once again, as with everything, it's only a matter of getting lucky. I think it's not about card rolls, but about recovery and stuff. I mean, all of the above, really. So how did the tactic change? It didn't. I realized I was being a little bitch. Yeah. I was being a little bitch. So, we just sort of sucked it up and then, you know, kept going. I stopped complaining and I just got back on the horse. That is what happened. Unbeatable tomorrow. Ah, true! I'll have to stream that tomorrow then. It'll probably still be a later stream, but yeah. That'll be fun to do. If you could use 1 ego page from every floor, which ones would you use? Springs Genesis. Can you imagine just being able to put Springs Genesis on every floor? That would be insane. That would make the challenge so free and so, well, maybe not as fun or as impressive, but it would certainly make it freer. Oh, ego, not abno. Whoops. Yeah, forgot about that. At that point, what ego pages do I like? I mean, there's obviously the very funny thing of putting Solemn Lament on, if we could give Solemn Lament to Malkuth's floor, the horrors you could commit with I forgot. Okay, maybe, hold on, maybe we get staggered here regardless. They tried their damnedest. If I'd taken even a little bit more stagger there, we would have been fine. What does Springs Genesis do? It makes you untargetable. When you hit a certain person 4 times each phase, it makes you untargetable, which is just basically a free way to become immortal. It's really stupidly strong. Like, genuinely, it is very busted, and it is also very good. There are so many Wing Beat. Oh, Wing Beat would be fun to do, yeah. Wing Beat would be very fun too. Cobalt Scar, the chance for... There's a 2 million plus damage bug on Cobalt Scar, is there? That sounds interesting. No, I don't want to clash with that. I'll take that. Hokma only run. Well, how do we even do that? Hokma doesn't exist for, like, the start of the run. You love and hate how they did Wingbeat and Limbus. I think it's a quite faithful interpretation, to be honest. So, Coops, how goes the realization? It goes. It most certainly does go. Mod Hoc Marin early. I know somebody who did sweepers only. Sweepers only was insane. The only thing they gave themselves additionally that wasn't base game was something that allowed them to get a weaker version of the sweepers early. And yeah, no, that was rather insane. Sanguine on Gabra. Oh, you raise a good point there, actually. That would be good. Okay. Right. They kill themselves. Lovely. Oh, they kill themselves and Binah at the same time. Wow, that's cool. Not seen that happen before. They get staggered. Lovely. I honestly haven't used many ego pages, to be honest, considering, like, after a certain while, you don't really reach ego pages. The flaws you don't use because they have good ego pages. You use them because you kind of have to use them. Or else, you know, you die. It's just, they're all strategy specific more so than using them because you have ego pages on them. One death. Two death. Are we about to kill? No, we're about to stagger. Which is still rather insane. Then we go to blunting. I hit them with a Night in the Back Streets, and then I hit you with a Persistence and a Ferris Guard. Let me just... I have the light for it. I wouldn't be able to cope if I didn't kill that thing, so give me a moment. I think we did kill it. I think we always did kill it, but I wouldn't be able to live with myself if we didn't, so... There we are. Right. And now we do... I'm fairly certain we just do another Ferris Guard here, and the Ferris Guard guarantees we get stunned. Like, let me do Night in the Back Streets, Ferris Guard here, because I trust the Night in the Back Streets to win. Okay. Staggered, lovely. And then we win these clashes, right? Okay. Don't throw. Okay, Boomy, what do I do now? Please, tell me step by step. We now go to guarding stance, right? Just to confirm. I don't want to make any steps. I don't want to make any steps. I don't until I'm sure. We go to guarding stance. The front seating goes wild. I don't want to mess it up. I just don't want to mess it up anymore. I usually do 3 Night in the Back Streets here, but I think you used them. Well. Can we kill here? Because I hope we can kill here. Okay, let's... I would assume we can. Like, overcharge... Overcharge... Energy conversion unlock? Or, let's do overcharge energy conversion. Overcharge unlock. No, unlock. Unlock first. Okay, hold on. Let me get this in order. We then want an overcharge to give us charge. We want an energy conversion to give us energy conversion. And then we do another overcharge to kill. Okay. The energy conversion gets us light back. And then the final overcharge kills. Okay. Last phase will be harder, don't tell me that. Oh, because we didn't stun again. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Chat, it's now time for us to focus, because that's the first time we've ever done that, and we now need to pay attention here. Okay, what? Okay. Offensive dice gain plus 50 power when clashing against defensive dice. Okay. If the character takes damage, inflicts punishing on the attacker, enters punishment mode next scene. In punishment mode, the number of speed dice increases to 5. Special combat page. Also, all stagger damage resistance fatal. When Roland's not in punishment mode, vigilance every 2 scenes switches between attack and defense modes. Enter attack mode for the scene. As targeting staggered characters, speed is fixed. Offensive dice gain play against targets with slow speed. HP does not go below 1. When HP drops into 1, go into dormant state and awaken 3 scenes with 4. Okay. So, is the goal to kill these things? I'm assuming the goal is to kill these things. Because that's what it usually is at this point. Right? So we'll play an overcharge, an energy conversion, an unlock against you, and maybe another energy conversion? Because this still draws more pages. Objectives survive. Okay. I can do that. I'm quite good at surviving now. Ow. Wait, I probably should have used a serpentine barrier? Okay. I take it that is what the point of the serpentine barrier is. What the actual... Huh? What do you mean 6 strength? Huh? What do you mean 6 strength? Huh? Uh-huh. Gain strength for every time a slower enemy was attacked this scene. So you have to go from faster to slower. Okay. Well, at least we can min-max the first phase now. At least we can min-max the first stage. That's still not going to help entirely, but, like, you know. It will at least mean we get to deal more damage, which is nice. You just kill the fastest one, okay. Why is that a status effect, not a passive? I have no idea. To kill people, apparently. Anyway, time to never let go of the A key ever again. Min-max will make your birds the birds killing your nuggets slower. Frankly, I don't think that matters. They're going to die anyway. They're dying at the same rate they were before. Anyway, music goes back on. I honestly couldn't even tell they had a status effect until they hit me with it. So yeah, that was fun. Okay, that probably wasn't the best move, but oh well. I just realized I was probably supposed to turn the background music here off because it's currently overlapping, but, you know, give me a moment. I just realized that, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Right, okay. There we are. Okay. Laceration. This on you. And maybe the first time you've seen that status effect matter? Well, yep, there you are. We do a lot of firsts on this challenge, one of which is allowing passive, well, passives that ordinarily would do nothing to actually do something. You want a physical Library of Ruina card game? That'd be cool. That would be quite cool. Yeah, min-max isn't even that relevant here. Like, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but, like, I'm not going to be singing its praises stupidly. It just allows us to kill them slightly quicker, and also means we take less damage here, so we have higher survivability. Although, if they choose to do their actual, like, massive attacks, that really doesn't matter. Yeah, the important RNG isn't rolls. That's very true. Sadly. Okay, blunting. Nice in the back streets. That should kill. Ferris Guard. That should stagger. Lovely. So, you don't remember that status effect mattering at all, though? Well, yeah. We do a lot of firsts, so... Thankfully it activated. Binah is still alive because of Maxman. Which is funny. Wait, I forgot I could have done that. Even though it doesn't matter, but... Okay. I probably should have let Binah die, to be honest. Okay. Staggered, lovely. Binah being alive is important? No, it isn't. The strategy would fall apart if you needed Binah to be alive. The entire reason it works is because she can be dead and it'll still be fine. Anyway, okay, you said we just do that again now, right? Because, I mean, I'm happy to just use Night in the back streets here. Because, like, I don't need to go anywhere in a rush. I'll just get some healing off. Okay. Then we get staggered again. Just in case that doesn't work, we'll add another Ferris Guard. Okay, it did work though. Staggered again, lovely. Okay. I am so surprised Binah isn't dead already. Okay. Binah siphons tilt to scale health. I think she may actually be causing us to die here. Unless I go, like... Does this regen? Yeah, it does. I was worried for a second there. I go for this here. Then I chuck in a Gale Kick, and the Gale Kick makes sure it gets staggered. It does mean I'll be basically out of light, but, you know, that's a problem for later me to discover. Not discover, deal with. And I didn't get the 80%. Okay, we need Binah to die. We need Binah to die. I guess we just leave it until Binah dies, and then we start min-maxing. But, yeah. You forget to press the min-max button. No, I've been holding it down the entire time. So we min-max here, and then we just let go as soon as we're done attacking. And then we just let everyone else die. Although it seems min-max really helps her. Min-max is really good for the consistency here, seemingly. Why is Bite Off unaffected by the 20 Feebleness Arm? That's because when Darkness is, Power Null is added. Why is Binah not getting enchanted at all? That's because she can't be. I don't know why it's, like, not specified, but she just can't be. It's just not something that can happen. It's like the fact that Blessings can't target Hotma. It's just one of those things that the game doesn't tell you. You know, we all love those, right? Stagger. Max damage, lovely. Honestly, I do want to make... I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I want to make a, collect, like, 50 worst bugs in the Library, or in Project Moon games as a whole. That is what I want. I want to make a video on that, because I think that would be funny to see. All the horrible, horrible ways the game is broken in. Also, we have to be in here. Lovely. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. Great. This fight is done around Binah, they don't want her insta-killed. Yeah, that is fair. It would be rather rough. Please tell me any of you are attacking me. Okay. I actually, for once in my life, using the S key is a valid strategy. And they still didn't stagger me. We reset. Didn't you send me a list of them, like 30 or something? Yeah, you did at one point. I'd have to find it again, but yeah. Ruina deleting your save file rent. Okay, so to go over the ones I know for LobCorp already, obviously, like, top of the list has to be every single thing Big Bird does, because Big Bird is insane for how buggy they are. Like, it's actually mental how many bugs Big Bird has. Death Phrase mechanic is bugged. It has to actually be 7 bullets used in a specific meltdown. If it is within different meltdowns, the mechanic no longer works. It's rather funny. Nuvo Fabric has a ton of code. That would not surprise me in the slightest, to be honest. That sounds like the kind of thing that would happen. Okay, hold on. I need to make sure not to not hold down here so they can actually all die. The reason why is because Project Moon coding. Project Moon coding is, you know, rather fun and definitely good and not at all designed to make actual, you know, devs cry. It's the best obfuscation technique, because if anybody who actually knows how to code looks at your code, they'll just want to die. That's like, that's the brilliant strat of it, you know? Single ally abnormality page lament not only gives your entire team the damage bonus, but even the enemy team. That is brilliant. There are some really funny bugs. Also, how was Binah not targeted at all there, by the way? Like, I've been... Okay. I was worried for a second there. Like, okay. Please stag him. And of course made on the Project Moon and God knew how it worked. Now only God does, yeah. You've heard of shit code. Get ready for a brand new scale up. Project Moon code. Alright, let's switch music to... Let me check what I've got downloaded. Downloads... Haven't played this in a while. Here we are. This is, I Love It from Unbeatable. Been a while since I played it, so I may as well. Oh. Right. The coconut method is busted, yeah. The coconut was funny, but it wasn't like a real thing, sadly. However, I believe there is a Goku in either Ready or Not or GTFO's code, which does have the entire thing hinging on it. I remember there is a stupid PNG in something which keeps the entire like code base afloat. I can't remember what thing it is, but I'm fairly certain it might be that. Fairly certain it might be. Damn. Actually, that works. Oh, that'll go against them, why not? Goku and Guilty Gear Strive. Thank you. That's the one. Guilty Gear Strive. That's it. Wow. Okay. I'm not holding maximum, by the way, because I wanted to be able to like kill Binah, but like none of them rolled very high against Binah, and then proceeded to all roll really high against me. So that's fun. How can a PNG do that? I don't know. It probably gets... If I had to say, based on my very limited understanding of coding, it would probably be there's a call somewhere. Like, it expects to find it in some sort of loading point, and if it doesn't find it, then it just throws an error. That would be my best assumption for why a Goku PNG could keep the entire game afloat, but still. Do Max Max. The Max Max challenge. Truly incredible. Do I get... Oh. Fuck off. Load-bearing file, yeah. Okay. All saves of a version of Kingdom Hearts are in PNG files too. That's cursed. Codefile might be a default error state the codebase goes to whenever something isn't handled correctly. That would also make sense. But that's not as funny as explanation as Goku is a load-bearing file. Please kill Binah. Thank you. Just kill her. Kill her with hammers. She's the main thing that keeps us from being able to win easily. Surprisingly. The log court code isn't that bad. You sure? Big Bird, by the way. So, Big Bird can literally walk out of reality. That's not a joke. If he stops during, like, in a door, at some point, he can just walk out of reality. And he doesn't come back. Like, it is bad. It is bad, trust me. It is nonsensical and it is very bad. Wow, I really would have loved if you'd won either of those, by the way. Yeah, Red Mist gets stuck indoors. I remember that one, because that's a famous clerk myth. Well, not myth, that's a part of the mythos, I suppose you'd say, rather than myth. Please don't tell me Binah has taken all the fire again and we're about to die, because we're not getting targeted. The Legend of Alpha 2, precisely. Okay, I will say, I've seen a lot of people saying, like, LobCorp has a massive memory leak issue. Not once have I experienced a memory leak. Not once. I understand it is definitely there, because a lot of people say about it. I've never experienced it before. I genuinely, I don't know what it would be like. How long have I played per session? I mean, some streams went up to like 8 hours long. I'm playing with base mod. I was not playing modded at any point. The road misfired starts with but used Binah as the first floor after Gebra uses her ego. Wouldn't know, I just used HOD and killed her. Using HOD to just murder her works perfectly well, I found. Might just be you have tons of free RAM. That would make sense. Girlfriend and memory leak happened after she beat Apocalypse, but the game didn't load the next day. Oh, that is awful. That is awful. Yeah, I found with killing Gebra, killing Callie, just HOD worked perfectly fine. Like, that was really practical for me, and just, you know, brutally murdered her. I can't see why it wouldn't work for other people too. Tries to mobilize doesn't activate the turn after you use and maybe do the turn before you get in chat. Nope. We've got no time to do that. We don't... Like, the strategy does work. Trust me. What we've got going will work. It's just we're getting unlucky. You know, story of my life and all. What we're doing will work. We just need to get a little bit luckier. Enchanted... Yes, also, Enchanted does last 2 scenes. You need to get staggered on the turn it happens for it not to be a problem. But yeah. You can preserve nuggets of plague this person by just not having them go to work that day. That is brilliant. Please tell me. Okay, 1. I guess I hold, like... Is it D or S? Which one causes them to max roll? Probably S? Oh, yeah, okay, it was. You know all the code problems and inconsistencies this game is perfectly made? Of course! Like the fact that there's a random visual glitch that can occur, which causes the UI to, for no reason, slow down. That is something that has happened to us repeatedly. Every time you quit out and load back in, there's a chance that happens. There's also the fact that sometimes... I think it's if you quit out of a battle whilst a VFX is currently going on, it doesn't actually disappear. Wouldn't it decrease RNG dependency? No. Probably not. Also, we're dead here. Because we didn't get lucky enough. I don't think. Who? I hate you so much. No, I guess we just do the exact same thing as we did before, really. No, because we can't stagger ourselves against this, because that fucking bird. I genuinely, words cannot describe how many issues that one status has caused me. So slow down your frame, it gets capped super low, that's hilarious. Why did YouTube change the UI again? Because it's, something has to eternally change things, or else, I don't know, shareholders think they're not doing anything. Something along those lines. Anyway, we got unlucky again. That fucking bird that I hate, yeah. You know, I find it funny. Both times in a row of the challenges I've done, when it's come time to fight Apocalypse Bird has been a massive pain to fight. It is funny how that's worked out. The funniest UI persist thing I think we saw was one where we were fighting Yesod's Realisation, and the shattering happened, we quit out, and then it just persisted even after we, like, quit out and quit back again. It was hilarious. There are some really funny bugs. It is Project Moon doesn't know how to code, but like they also don't know how to write skill descriptions apparently, considering the amount of times they have to rework them. Use those cards, you have 2 turns to get staggered. That's no. I don't think it. I get what you're suggesting. I just don't think your strategy is good. Thank you. I get what you're suggesting, but if it was better, I mean, I just can't see it working, really, for me. That's the issue. I'm sure it could, but I don't think it would. Like, at least not as effectively and continually as this does. Because this might surprise you, but this is actually really consistent. No, that would surprise you because it's a lie, by the way. This isn't really consistent. It's just the most consistent I've got. But if you could stack VFX like that, you probably could, to be honest. I don't actually want people to stagger themselves here, because if they stagger themselves here, then I don't get to take damage next turn. Saying they kept the VFX. Yep, the VFX continued even after we quit out. That would be how you do it. What are you? Not seen this before. All dice gain +1 power against an user's higher speed. I think tilting sail is better, but hold on. Huh. Hello there. Oh, wasn't expecting to see you here, Salvation. Anyway. You've always had it clear. If you quit out of the fight at the same time it's inflicted, it doesn't. If you Salvation on your second pick, you can take over Punishment. Okay. I didn't take Punishment, I took... Okay. Punishment is what to take. Good to know. I wasn't sure what to take, I was only ever just taking something because I could. Thank God for that. Worried for a second now. You got one employee named Joshua. Every new employee you hire would be named Joshua. Why Joshua? Wait, hold on. So rather than Punishment, here. Second tier 2 pick Salvation. Okay. Interesting. Now we switch over to Daunting Stance. Now we go Knight in the back streets against you. Knight in the back streets against you. And for you. First go. Did you miss anything? We got past phase 1. We did get past phase 1, which is quite nice. Now, do we see? Does the 80% proc? Yes, it does. Lovely. Cheers. Thank you, game. Okay. Now we win these clashes, which means we also get a ton of healing back. Okay, so now in the back streets, do we? Wait, no. No, we Ferris Guard again. Let's not get greedy. We do this, and we do Ferris Guard. Yeah. So how's my day going? Good now that we got past phase 1, honestly. Really good now that we got past phase 1. I'm pretty happy about that, actually. Pretty happy about that. Holy, that was close. We probably, hopefully, would have hit the 80%. Anyway, we now heal up here. And then we get staggered again, because the goal is to get as much strength as possible for later. My hands are off the keyboard, by the way, now, because I don't want to max roll too much. How am I max rolling? Okay. Sure. That is how RNG works, I suppose. Sometimes it just does that. Oh, staggered, probably. Let me do this again. Staggered, lovely. And we're good. And now we have the maximum possible strength. So we kill higher down, right? So now we go into guarding stance. And then we kill higher down. From memory. So you go... Overcharge. Energy conversion. Unlock. And then I guess I chuck a serpentine barrier in there. Well, that... Is that necessary? One... Two... It won't actually trigger against these. Do I clash with the ones in attack mode? Is that what I'm supposed to do? So, what is your cheese most desirous? I really like brie or camembert. Brie or camembert is some of my favorites. So, attack these, right? Hold on. Here it is! Here's the thing. It's so horrific to see. Gain strength. So yeah, you just want to attack this, and then this. So we go this, then we go unlock, then we go... this, then an energy conversion. And I think this should work. Okay. We have stupid amounts of power. Monster's good, yeah. Also, yeah, it's a shame that the mold is dying out. Right, so now you guys are in attacking mode. So... Overcharge... Unlock. And then, honestly, energy conversion, I can take the hit off that. And that should be fine. Because then I'll be able to regen some light. But you know it's bad when I wake up early enough to catch a stream. Oh, wait, hold on, Kiwi! What are you here for? Hold on. Kiwi. Do you want to get into VC? I probably will have to leave soon, but, like, you know, just to have you here for a little bit to, yeah, that might be fun. Unless you're, like, actively in bed at the moment. At which point, yeah, no, maybe you don't have to at that point. Of course, if you want to, it would be very cool and epic. But, time to get out of bed. So, yeah! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I'll get into the VC. Where is Epic VC? There we are. Alright, chat, I'm gonna keep the music on, but I'll turn it down, and then I'll turn up the volume so you guys can hear Kiwi talk. There we are. Return of the Umas, oh god. Not again. What did you miss? We got past phase 1. What's my favorite flavor of potato chips? I really like, I mean, call me vanilla, but I really like just salted. I like ready salted. Ready salted crisps are cool. They taste nice, they're functional, you know, they perform all the duties crisps need to do. Right, I'm up there. Then we go for overcharge, and that's actually going to kill, so I may as well do an energy fusion on you. And then, frankly, that'll stun, so I'll be fine. And I'll be full light too, wow. Unlike those dysfunctional chips, yeah. What is the philosophy of Umusume? I haven't played enough Umusume to be able to comment, to be honest. What's up, Azir? Well, what's up? What? Huh? Was that the wrong speed order? You hit the 2 before the 4, or... I don't want to have to... Hey, Kiwi.
Oh, molly.
You joined right as I fucked up, so...
Skill issue.
Yep, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Yeah.
That's rough, buddy. Holy moly. Why am I up at like a normal person time?
Hold on, what time? Let me look up what time it is. Time in New Zealand.
It's 8:20.
Oh, wow, you're actually up at a normal time. I mean, I was not up at a normal time this morning.
Suspend your disbelief.
That I was up at bright and early at like 6:45, I think, somewhat, which was fun.
How wonderful.
I know.
Jeez.
Really good fun. Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, welcome to the land of the living.
I was debating. God, I had the weirdest dream last night.
Uh-huh.
I was like part of a cult.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
and then like the commune we were a part of, it was like in this weird, it's like what you'd imagine Atlantis is like, but without the water. And
I see.
and then we had like a new cult leader come in, and the cult leader was like,
How did you get a new cult leader in?
we all have to I don't know what happened to the last one. Just don't question it.
I see.
But like, he gave us all like, you're gonna have to bear with me, but like Aperol spritz.
Okay. Okay. I'm bearing with
And it
you.
was like some sort of like religious ceremony, but for some reason I really didn't want the Aperol spritz.
Probably because you remember the
think-
Jonestown Massacre, Kiwi.
Maybe. I think in the dream I thought it was poisoned. I didn't trust the new leader a lot,
That
to
makes
say the least.
reasonable. Reasonable.
But yeah. And then I like
Uh-huh.
drunk a really tiny amount of it.
And was
And
it
apparently
poisoned?
there was coral in it. I
Were
didn't
you dreaming
die.
about Arknights? Was this an Arknight stream, Kiwi?
can assure you it wasn't.
The silence is
But-
deafening there, Kiwi.
Because I don't know. I don't know what happened in it as much as you know what happened in it, okay? It just happened.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I don't. It's peculiar in nature.
That is certainly a dream. That's most
Yeah.
certainly a dream. I mean, I don't think dreams are usually make sense. That's not something they tend to do.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Uh,
Apparently, another one of my friends, he had a dream that he was like skating, and then I was like floating beside him, and we were having a conversation about
about what? You cut out there, Kiwi.
about pineapple pizza.
I see.
Yeah.
You have very normal
I don't
dreams,
know.
Kiwi.
Yeah. Yeah, I truly do. Oh well. So lovely. Or something like that.
That is... Yep, no, that is how you
know.
use that phrase. Also, wow, we came close to dying there.
Yeah.
Is Kiwi hungover from the 20 beers you owed her? No, I still haven't paid those back. No, those are still very much an active debt.
I am stone cold sober, my friend.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh. I thought it was gonna be an interesting email, it wasn't.
What was the email about, Kiwi?
It was like a...
Scammer
like a
email, or-
forum thing.
Forum,
No,
uh-huh.
forum thing for my new paper.
Ah, interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
we got unlucky. Okay, how's my solo
So
going? You just saw how it went, actually. I have, sadly, for the fact that you have just joined, Kiwi, I have run out of time, because I need to go eat food and other
That's
things.
crazy.
I know, it's sad. It is a shorter stream, but you know, okay, hold on, Kiwi. Will you be here on the weekend for the Disco Elysium stream?
I don't know, do shit in the woods?
That's a yes, chat. I think half of that got cut out, but yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, yes. I will have
yeah,
to go
my
now, though.
Wi-Fi's being
I'm
shut.
sorry. I may be able to
Okay.
talk later specifically to you rather than streaming. But anyway, bye-bye, chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morning,
big
morning.
progress, though. We finally beat Phase 1. That is true. That is true. We did. We did, in fact. Yep. It only
Congrats.
took us, like, what, 10 hours? Yeah, okay. Bye, chat.